wherever your tribe is, people are naturally attracted to you there.
Oh,
So
I ain't worried about
okay. That's that Harlem confidence.
Yeah. You're gonna be attracted in all tribes.
I'm trying to stay on cue.
We have been taught and programmed that individuality is important. Individuality is important, but being an individual solely without the connection to fellowship and community is actually destructive.
Yeah.
But when they set up shop in the United States, you see a glaring resemblance to where they come from. You know, Chinatown looks like China.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Little Haiti looks like Haiti.
Yeah.
When you go to the Bronx, it look like DR.
Yes.
You know,
Flatbush
look like Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I think that we create our perfect society, right? So I connect to something different in everywhere I go, and then I just focus on that.
Yeah.
That I feel feeds me. I don't focus on the other stuff. So, like, I love Senegal just as much as I love Ghana.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lala and today I have Kash with me. I'll have him introduce himself.
Oh yeah, I'm Keith Kash, restaurateur, real estate investor, businessman.
Ah, nice. So they call you chef, but you are a businessman as well. So tell me, how did you get into this career and how has it led you to Ghana?
Well, I am a chef, and I'm a restaurant owner.
Okay.
I own 5 restaurants in Atlanta, juice bar in New York, and three hotels in Senegal and Ghana.
Nice. Yeah. Big things are going.
Yeah.
So how did all of this lead you to Ghana, and what are you currently doing here now in Ghana?
Well, as we sit here in Zen Garden at one of our locations, Chateau Nana in Accra, Ghana, just business, doing business in the States, doing business with a particular group of people that I didn't know would lead to me doing business with them. In Ghana, kind of happened. Nothing is a coincidence. I think when you do good business, the business world isn't as big as we think it is.
Yeah.
It's small. So just came to visit Senegal a few years back with a close friend of mine that I've known since childhood. And he was aligned with the brothers that I already had aligned with. We didn't even know that we knew the same people.
Together, connected.
Yeah. So we had a business meeting at the Radisson Blu in Dakar.
Nice.
And I didn't know the business meeting was with people that I already had.
That's how you know it's aligned.
Exactly.
Right.
So after that, it stopped being business and became more of a brotherhood.
Okay. So are you an investor here at Chateau Nana?
Yeah, I'm one of the owners here.
Okay.
So basically, any project we do together to simplify it.
Okay, got it. So, all right, let me ask you, what was your first experience here in Ghana and what was your first impression of the country?
It's Atlanta in the 90s.
It's a what?
It's Atlanta.
Atlanta in the 90s?
In the 90s.
Like Freaknik?
No.
Which Atlanta? Because we know all different types of Atlanta.
Well, there's an Atlanta that people know from an external lens.
Yes.
When I speak of Atlanta, I'm speaking internally.
Yes.
Like Freaknik was just
a portion.
A movement in Atlanta, but it doesn't embody all of Atlanta.
It. Right.
There's so much more than Freaknik in Atlanta.
Right.
And Ghana being a black run country,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of African nations. The energy here, the progressiveness,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that, you know, from a business perspective, of course, they don't have the same infrastructure as the States, but they definitely have a lot of the same synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I feel that
and,
vibe.
and because there are a lot of people here from the States,
Mm-hmm.
and there's even a lot of people here from Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
the energy that I feel, me being a well-traveled person,
Mm-hmm.
10 years in the military at one point,
Nice.
I've seen a lot of different parts of the world, a lot of
Yeah.
different parts of the country in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is definitely, when I first came, that was your initial question.
That was the
Yes,
initial vision. You know
yes,
what's funny? I'm from Jamaica. My parents moved us here, we migrated here in 96
okay,
in Atlanta.
okay,
So it was a time where there were many different people migrating there because of the Olympics, and they made a business, started a business, and, you know, monopolized from the tourism that was happening in Atlanta. But what year were you in Atlanta? And
I officially
yeah,
moved in Atlanta in '99.
okay. So you were in the peak
Absolutely.
of progression.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I visited prior to that, but actually moved there in '99, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. So the reason I mentioned Freaknik, because we all know Ghana is like an adult playground. You've been having a little bit of fun here as well as business. So what parts of Ghana do you enjoy the most? Is it the
I want to backtrack a little bit. I
okay?
speak of Atlanta, but I'm from Harlem originally.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because we
So,
do hear the accent,
so
right?
even though I compare this to Atlanta, I even compare Atlanta to Harlem during a certain period. You know, the difference in what makes Atlanta unique is, and I know we're talking about Ghana, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the segue to Ghana, and what makes Atlanta unique is the the fact that it's a city run by us.
Yeah,
And you know, Harlem had that same feel
that
and
same
that same
vibe.
history.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is Harlem is just a nugget in a city that's
Mm-hmm.
not run by us,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Atlanta is in a state that has shifted many ways,
Mm-hmm.
but remains to be the central hub and the financial backbone of the state of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghana, which is why I think there's a lot of interest, and you can kind of feel it, is that
Mm-hmm.
this even though we're in Accra,
Mm-hmm.
we're in a country. We're comparing a country to a city, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This country is run by Black folks.
Yeah.
And I think that there's an opportunity to really get it right,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the input and support from people of all different walks of life from all over the world.
Mm-hmm. So, do you live here permanently in Ghana?
Well, I don't live anywhere permanently.
Okay, so you just travel and
Even in
just
Atlanta. Well, I
Mhm.
mean, I have homes in different states,
Okay,
and Ghana
is one of them.
Accra is one of them.
Okay, all right. So, is that why you decided to move here to Ghana, because it's exclusively Black? And do you feel like that gives us more opportunity, even the people coming from the West?
Well, I decided to move to Ghana in support of my brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay,
First
for
and
business first.
Yeah, first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost. And I see opportunity. Of course, I saw opportunity, which is why I then decided to make that move. But at the same time, for us, it's not a move.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a position.
Return.
It's a position.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look at things in permanent perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
We still live in the States.
Yeah.
We still love the States, and we love Ghana as well.
Yes.
We don't have to choose.
Choose one. Exactly. That's why they have dual citizenship.
Absolutely. So I think that, you know, just from a perspective of making sure that I hear a lot of people speak of, you know, the America, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, come here and then they start
speaking negatively about it
America,
completely.
but then they come here and they speak negative about
Ghana, right?
Go back home. Like at the end of the day, there's no perfect society.
No place is perfect, and it all shapes you. Because if I hadn't spent time in New York, it wouldn't have shaped me for Ghana. I wouldn't have been properly shaped like how I am right now, you know. And I feel like it's served a big purpose in my life. So I don't discredit that part of the journey. Yeah. So speaking of dual citizenship, did you recently become a citizen as well?
I did.
Okay. And why did you seek dual citizenship, and what are the actual benefits for you personally?
Right. Well, I think so. I'm a very specific person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we speak of there's something specifically called dual citizenship that you have to apply for. So just because you become a citizen of Ghana, you're not automatically a dual citizen. Technically, you just have citizenship in Ghana. If you actually make it, like, there's a different process. Yeah, so
that's so weird.
Yeah. There's a different process that you go through to actually technically become a dual citizen.
Okay.
Right. So I received citizenship recently, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The benefits of it, I don't absolutely know what they are.
You just grabbed it.
I'm just gonna keep it 100. Right? I don't necessarily know what the benefits of having a citizenship are.
Sorry. Come on, we'll cut this part out.
Our sister.
Hi, how are you? No, it's okay. Come on.
No, we edited. We good. You look nice.
I like your hair. You're a YouTuber? No, you're just getting some content.
Yeah. So that is one of my partner's sister.
Oh, okay.
She's here visiting.
Okay, got it. From where?
The States.
Which part? Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta. Yeah. That's why you mentioned that. I've seen so many people from Atlanta. I mean, literally everywhere in the world people migrate from.
Well, our crew is from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Like we are all of our partners, we're from Atlanta. Live in Atlanta. They are from Atlanta.
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta, but you're from
Harlem.
I'm from
Harlem, right. But I've been in Atlanta just as long as I was in Harlem.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like half and half. I get it. That's how it is with me from New York and Atlanta, about the same amount of time.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So what is your favorite thing about Ghana?
Great question. There's so many things. I don't really just have one, but I'll tell you a few.
Okay.
I like the, how can I describe it? I think there's a standard of respect when you are dealing with a person. Service is big in Ghana, and it sounded kind of like a contradiction.
Yeah.
Because this is a very service-oriented country, but the service isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
But the intent is.
Yeah, the intent is good. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's just from, you can teach, it's easier to teach specifics, science, techniques. It's kind of support a better result. It's harder to teach having a good heart and having good intent and wanting to serve. That's not something that you really can teach somebody. That's something that you have to possess. So that's why I feel hopeful when I receive that. I'm in the service industry, so I know that it's just a matter of actually teaching people how to achieve a desired result versus berating bad service because of anything else. So that's one of the things I love about it. Very service oriented and willingness to serve people. The second thing I love about not just Ghana, but a lot of African countries is the access to fresh food. Right. So one of the things that we kind of suffer from in the States is being force fed a lot of processed foods, which affects us throughout our whole life in a multitude of ways.
Yes.
Emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like it affects everything because we're consuming something that doesn't feed us in all the things we're trying to accomplish. So those are two things that I love. And then one other thing that I love about Ghana is the natural beauty.
Yeah.
You know, the weather, the greenery, the landscape. Just, you know, it's a beautiful country.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so did you bring family here with you yet, or
No.
Okay, it's just you just by yourself. Cool.
No, I'm not by myself. I'm with my brother.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we discussed that already. So
we're family. We move like family. It's not just like we doing business here.
Yeah.
You're around us more, you understand.
Yeah.
Like you can't be successful in societies without having your tribe.
So you feel like teamwork is beneficial when in all aspects, or just moving to Ghana or Africa?
In life, we are as African Americans, we have been taught we have been taught and programmed that individuality is important. Individuality is important, but being an individual solely without the connection to fellowship and community is actually destructive.
Yeah.
Because you have no support,
no allies.
Yeah. And but not just allies. You don't have, because in communities you have some people that may be enemies, but that creates one of the main pillars of progress is conflict.
Yeah.
So we can't grow without it.
Exactly.
So I think that
that force, like when you have those partnerships, you do face conflict and the good things as well. So
yeah, well,
it forces you to grow.
It's a play in. You should always be looking in the mirror, and sometimes you have to be forced to look in the mirror. You know, and through having a tribe with some structure, like that's all we are a series of tribes. We're in Africa right now. They use that word means something here.
Yes.
But we're a tribe in the U.S. We're just a tribe that has been removed from its base. So we don't really know what our rules of engagement are.
Yeah.
We're just making it up as we go. They call us diasporians, right?
Yeah, diaspora.
Well, the root word in diaspora is disperse. We have been dispersed from our root. We have been dispersed from our foundation. So you have a bunch of people floundering throughout the diaspora that have not reconnected to their base, and they don't really understand how they should be moving, why they're moving that way, or even have an understanding of what they're trying to recreate. I'm gonna give you an example. If you go to every major city in the world, especially in America, right? We're gonna speak of that throughout the diaspora, right? People being displaced and set up shop in another country. Well, when they set up shop in the United States, you see a glaring resemblance to where they come from. You know, Chinatown looks like China.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Little Haiti looks like Haiti.
Yeah.
When you go to the Bronx, it look like DR.
Yes.
You know,
Flatbush
look like Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? What Guan? They're like, so I think that what has happened to a lot of African Americans, being that we don't know where we come from or have a connection, we are, people say, well, why can't all these other ethnicities work together or do these things? It's because they have a blueprint.
Yeah.
They have something to refer. They have a reference. When I'm setting up shop, I'm going to reference, when you go into Korean neighborhoods, it mimics Korea, etc. I can go on for days. So we need a reference.
Yeah.
And whether it be Ghana or whether do you know where your
most of my ancestry, I did. We spoke about this with Musa. I spoke about this with him. Did you do yours? Okay, I've done mine, but it wasn't African ancestry. It was just ancestry.com.
What did it
And they
say?
said I'm mostly Nigerian.
Yeah.
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 And I look
I can see a little Nigerian.
I look at, so I definitely want to visit Nigeria eventually. What about you?
Well, I want to say this. You got to do the African ancestry.
Yeah, I plan to.
Yeah, yes. Actually, the founder and CEO was just here at our hotel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
when?
Yeah, last week.
Oh, I should have came. You know, she invited me to the event on the second.
Yeah, she received her citizenship recently.
Oh, okay. That's why she was here.
But the African ancestry is a little bit more accurate because the database of ancestors is 5 times bigger than the ancestry one. Yeah. So they'll say Nigeria, but I'm sure they also had some European stuff in there, right? I mean, we all probably, we all have some, European in us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have what is it, Dutch or something.
Yeah, right.
2%.
But it's a little bit more. It says Nigeria, but did it give you a tribe?
No, nothing.
Yeah, and that's where it stops, right?
Exactly.
So I did my maternal, and that's my mother's side, and she 99.7% Cameroonian.
Really?
And specifically, Balimake, I think that's the name of the tribe. I always mess up the pronunciation, but that's the specific tribe.
So did you visit the country?
Not yet.
You should.
I just got the results.
The girls may be, you know what I mean? Wherever your tribe is, people are naturally attracted to you there.
Oh, I ain't worried
about okay. That's that Harlem confidence.
Yeah. You're going to be attracted to all tribes.
I'm trying to stay on cue. So, speaking of tribes in different countries, which African countries have you visited so far?
Not many, but of course Senegal, Gambia, Togo, and Ghana. Am I leaving one out? I think that's it so far.
So which one aligns most with your preferences and, the needs that you have? I know you do business pretty much in a lot of places, but which one aligns more with, where you want to live, maybe full long term?
I'm a different kind of person. I try to find, I think that we create our perfect society, right? So I connect to something different in everywhere I go. And then I just focus on that. Yeah. That I feel feeds me. I don't focus on the other stuff. So like I love Senegal just as much as I love Ghana.
Why do you like Senegal? Can we tell me each place, what did you like most about each place?
So I'm a water guy. I spend a lot of time on water, even in the States. And they really take care of the beaches in Senegal.
Visit. Okay.
Yeah, they not so much in Accra, right? Beaches here aren't really well kept,
maintained.
And when you go outside of Accra,
exactly,
the beaches are beautiful, but in this city, the beaches aren't really, kept well. So that's one of the things that I really look forward to in Senegal. Is actually going and being in the water. Yeah. From a health and a spiritual perspective. There's a certain energy that's connected to the water. So I personally like to I really, if I come to the continent and I can't go to Senegal, I'm not really that happy. And I spend a lot of time in Ghana just because it's so much, we have so much to do here. Yeah. I don't really get an opportunity to spend time there, but the food I love in Senegal.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard it was good.
The food in Senegal to me is more preferred only because it's not so spice forward.
Okay.
It's more flavor forward, but everything is not hot. Like the deeper you get into West Africa, the spicier the food gets. You being Nigerian, spice. I know you do. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Yeah.
Lead me to the spice.
Pepper. You want some pepper with your pepper?
Exactly. Spotted pepper.
Oh my God. Like, sir, would you like some pepper with your pepper? Like, no more pepper. And then when you order food, so when I'm here and I order food and I say, hey, I don't want it spicy, and I say no spice, and they say no spice, and then they come back and bring it to you, and I say it's spicy. They say, yeah, we just put a little. I said no spice. So now when I go out, I say, listen, no spice, not a little, nothing. Yeah, I have to say nothing. No, zero spice, zero pepper, no pepper. Swear. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I say whatever you're gonna put it on the side. Yeah, because that spice I just can't. It's too much for me. I can't do it.
In Jamaica, we eat spices.
Oh my God. I seen little babies eating peppers, like a little baby just eating a hot pepper. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. Okay, nice. So what about Togo? You mentioned Togo.
Just stopped through. Just went through. Okay. Yeah, not enough to. I love Gambia. Okay. I think a lot of people gravitate towards the countries that speak English.
Yeah, true,
right?
True.
And they speak English in Gambia. Gambia is a little more, it's a softer landing. It's an easier assimilation. When you go, you can communicate. Yeah. Senegal is a little different. I noticed there's a difference with French countries and English countries. France is a rough place. Yeah. Like Paris is like hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like and you kind
people don't think about Paris like that though.
Shit.
Until you visit.
Yeah, until they because they market. They did an amazing job marketing it. You see the Eiffel.
Just like New York, you get greeted with rats.
Yeah, but
there's some beautiful parts though.
But they don't market New York as being this place of like hospitality.
Exactly.
You know, you think of Paris.
True, that's
and
true.
And you get to Paris and they rooted in New York.
Exactly.
They got us beat by 4. I heard. Oh man, yeah. So I think Senegal, they're not rude in Senegal, but it's definitely a harder
approach.
Yeah. It's not like, yes, please.
Like Ghana.
Nah. It's nothing. It's completely opposite. It's a rougher society, and I think that's a reflection of colonization. Like it reflects the society that colonized it.
True. I see that. I've seen that in Tanzania and Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's influenced a lot by Muslim. Arabic culture, the way they eat the foods, the greetings, everything.
But is it Muslim or Arabic?
Arabic.
Okay.
Sorry, I messed that up. Yeah.
No. And the reason I ask that is because, the Arab Muslim community is different than the West African Muslim.
Yes. That's true.
And it's Islam is Islam, but it's still practiced in a different way. And I think when you start getting to, West African countries and away from the Arab nations,
it's way more laid back.
Yeah, there's a transition.
What is your least favorite thing about Ghana?
Ooh. You put me on the spot. Let's see. My least favorite thing about Ghana. The driving.
It's the Ubers for me, but go ahead. What is so tough about it?
It's horrible.
What? How they drive?
Hell yeah, it's
like Jamaica.
It's a madhouse. It's what Jamaica is bad, but Jamaica, depending on where you are, is not as busy.
Yeah.
Like Accra is a madhouse. And Jamaica can be a little rough because they drive on the left side, left side of the street. So the driving is a little different.
Yeah.
But especially for American. But the one thing that the thing that I dislike the most about Ghana is the traffic and the driving is a madhouse. These people are nuts.
So I maybe shouldn't get a car here.
No, get a car with the driver.
Oh, okay.
And let him do it. Let him or her. Let them deal with it.
What if they crash it? Then what?
I think that the likelihood of them crashing and you crashing is a little
different, right? Because they're used to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Defensive driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And those big gutters. Like, I don't know how they stay out of them.
Yeah.
You know?
So when was your first time visiting Ghana? Like, which year was that?
I've only been visiting Ghana for about 2 years.
Okay. And what was like your biggest culture shock when you arrived? You're from Harlem, so you used to.
No, it just felt.
But you're from America, so how is it you didn't have any culture shock? Like, what about the gutters and?
I've been to. I'm well traveled.
Oh, you've traveled to other countries.
Yeah, so I've seen other societies, so I don't really have that type of culture shock at this stage in the game. You know, I joined the service when I was 17. And between
traveling everywhere
and living in different, not different countries, but different states, it's been like a transition and preparation for where I am now. So when I came here, it just felt like being home.
Yeah,
literally.
Got it. So what did your family, well, you've been in the military, but what did they say when you wanted to invest in the continent?
I didn't talk to nobody about it.
Oh, you did? Why not?
Because I ain't got to.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Do you feel like it's best not to announce?
Nah, it's not that. I'm the boss.
So you ain't got to run it past nobody.
I just do it, and then I tell them this is what I did, and they say, "All right, what you need me to do?"
Okay, good.
Yeah, we you know, it's a different type of flow over here. Like, and I think that's part of the issue in America. Everybody's trying to be the guy, and nobody wants to be the person supporting the guy.
Yeah,
I've been the person to support the guy before. I've been the low man on the totem pole before. I think in order for you to be the guy, you have to know how to be the person that had to support the guy or the gal, right? So at the end of the day, especially being in the service, you start at the bottom and you work your way up. We have this thought, we're being fed that you just start at the top. Like you just wake up and you just lit.
Yeah,
right?
That's how a lot of people are. And in the Black community, I feel like when you collaborating with someone who's at the top, if you have that mentality, you want to immediately be paid what the big boss is being paid. It
doesn't make sense.
And it feels uncomfortable for, like Jay-Z said, people would rather work for the man than to work for me. So, and I feel like in the Black community, when you are working for a Black person, the attitude is different than if you were working for a white person that's succeeding. Do you agree?
No, 1,000%. I think what makes it a little easier is your track record. I've been in business 25 years in the restaurant business. And I think when people align with, our movements, my movements, that they kind of have an idea, not always, but they kind of have an idea that, okay, even though this is a Black man that has sustained some level of success over a certain period of time, and I just can't come in here and be tripping. Now, some people still come in here and be tripping. Yeah. Right? But when you create a culture within your business, within your family, within your flow, and people come in and try to compromise the culture, they are exposed because the culture exposes them.
What do you mean by the culture exposes them?
If we do things a certain way in this house, and we're going to say house metaphorically, right? House being everything that we encompass, business, etc. And you bring an outsider in, everyone within the house that has assimilated to the culture, this person is going to stand out from that assimilation. They're going to stand out from the flow. They're going to look like the odd person out. So they're going to be exposed. Yeah. Right. And now it's going to become uncomfortable. Yeah. So now within a culture, when you create a strong culture, then there's a certain level of accountability because you have to have people that understand the value of the structure within the culture and won't allow somebody to come in and compromise the culture because now it's going to hurt what we built.
Yes.
So I think that that's how we approach everything, even in Ghana.
Yeah,
right?
that's smart.
Taking the culture. Well, let me not use that word taking. Learning the local culture and then adding our elements to not change it, but to improve on some things that are less effective.
Yeah.
And then bring in our culture because we have a culture as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you can't say you want our investment as diasporans,
And you
but
don't want
our
culture.
culture.
Right.
So it goes
Exchange,
both ways.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we all know that every place is not perfect, and Ghana has its issues just as well as America. But what do you envision for Ghana in the next 5 to 10 years? Like, what do you see Ghana being in that point in time?
It's a tough question because there's so many things that is dependent upon. And to be honest with you, it may sound like I'm not answering the question, but I'm gonna answer it to the best of my ability. I don't really focus on that.
Yeah.
I don't really focus on anything that I can't control. I just focus on everything within my reach, right? So whatever Ghana is going to do, I know that I am going to be a part of the positive part of the growth and do my part and bring some elements that will help grow the community, right? Because there's a lot of things. Let's just keep it real. Like we got governmental issues in every country.
In every country, right?
Right. But we definitely have them in Ghana as well. We have some corruption, not just in the United States, but in Ghana as well. These are real things. People skip around it, but it's just a real conversation. So at the end of the day, it's up to the people that actually it's their job to perform at a rate or a level that will take this country to the next level. And if they fumble that, that's on them.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm not going to be a part of anything negative that's going to prevent the country from being the greatest it could be. And that's just how I move on any continent.
Yeah. So you say you plan to influence the country in your own way. So how do you plan to do that? What do you plan to bring to Ghana?
Excellence.
Okay. So is that like skills? You want to introduce certain skill sets? Okay. Life skills.
No, not just life skills, just how you live, how you move, how you present, how you love your brother, your sister, how you provide for your family. Like I think we make business, we separate things too much. There's no separation. Right? Life is life, and it will manifest in every part of what you touch based on what you touch it with. So for a person, you being young, beautiful Black woman, right?
Thank you.
You have we have. I went out the last 3 nights because I had guests here.
Dirty December.
Yeah, it started already. And I talked to a couple of young folks, right? Just we vibing and having a conversation. And other days, guys smoking. And I don't smoke, drink, haven't, for whatever. Like it's never been something that feeds me, right? However, tons of my friends do, right? I don't have no problem with it. I can still be in the same rooms. It's all right.
You're getting secondhand contact though.
It ain't even that strong, right? Unless we in a sauna smoking, you know what I mean? Like it's fresh air.
Hot boxing.
But the young man asked me, like, he was asking some questions about just what I call circumstantial questions. Circumstantial questions or circumstantial views or views that only apply to the circumstance. And what I tried to explain to him while he was, enjoying himself and we was, eating and chilling, is that you can't look at things, you shouldn't look at things in circumstantial fashion. This is holistic. How you live is how you live.
Yeah.
How you live is how you live.
What does that mean?
That means that if you live in a certain way, it's going to manifest in your life, in everything that you touch.
Yeah.
So if you touch white pants with dirty hands, the pants going to get dirty.
Dirty, right.
And you there's no way to get around it. So if you're reckless in your personal life, it's going to manifest in your business life. If you're reckless in your personal life, it's going to manifest in your family life. Like if you live in a certain way in this life, everything that you do is going to reflect how you live it. There's a foundation. We sitting here in a building. If the foundation is weak, the building can't stand.
Yeah.
So it's not really rocket science. We tell ourselves certain things because what we're doing is we're trying to make it comfortable to do something that we want to do.
Yeah.
And I think what happens in a successful place is the things you want to do align with the things that you want to do. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds redundant.
It is. I mean, it's just that simple.
But it's really that simple.
Yeah. Yeah. So I seen you mention some investment opportunities here. The IE54, I believe. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
IA54, Invest Africa.
IA, yes.
Yeah, Invest Africa 54. Movement started by a couple of our brothers, Brother Elijah, Brother Ibrahim. Just, a collage of different investment opportunities throughout Africa. Starting with West Africa and, kind of working its way through the 54 countries.
Oh, okay.
So that's the overall vision. Right now, our focus is West Africa. But as we have a campaign, slogan, Journey to 1,000 Rooms. So our goal is to have 1,000 doors, as they say in the real estate world, throughout Africa.
Nice.
And over a 5-year time frame. So those are just from an investment perspective. What tends to happen is you're looking for something and you don't know where it is. And what we've learned is when you just create a strong foundation, God just kind of places things in your sight that, depending on how you living, you're able to identify it. And then it fills a particular void and need, and then you grow from there. So it's a real simple approach. It's not real complex.
Yeah.
I think we overly complicate things.
Yeah, I agree. So tell me about Chateau Nana. How did you guys come up with this plan? It's a beautiful place. How did you come up with this idea? And when did you decide to collaborate with each other?
So, this particular boutique hotel, Brother Elijah located this property. And as in a lot of our movements, there's always a principle. There's always one force that says, hey, let's do this. And he was that force for this particular property. And then, as we tend to do, we come and support and say, okay, this is the play. All right, what do I need to do to make it better?
Yeah.
Right. And what do I need to do to what happens on every team is everybody has their idea about what they want to do.
Yeah.
Before the game starts. Right. But then the more you play together, you realize the strengths of your teammates.
Yeah.
So then you on championship teams, they let the guy that can shoot the 3-pointer shoot the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
They let the guy that can get the rebounds get the rebound.
Yeah.
Let the guy that can score give him the ball so he can score. So I think on our team, as in what you see at Chateau Nana, we realize who's strong at what, and we just pass the ball to let them be great in their areas.
Okay, so what's your strength? How did you, what do you provide to the team? Like, what is your strength, and how do you envision that transforming this place within like the next 5 years? Because you're fully in control of, well, halfway, or you're an owner, correct? Yeah. So you're in control. So what are you in control of, and how do you see that changing over time?
Have you seen the movie Casino?
No.
All right. But there's a scene in Casino where they're interviewing Robert De Niro. And they soundbite him because he was trying to not be the boss or act like he was the boss. So they gave him this fake title of food and beverage manager. But they soundbite him and said he's the boss, and they put it in the newspaper. So you ain't gonna soundbite me, are you?
No.
Okay.
What?
See, I gotta get you up on your movie game. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get you right on your movie game.
I'll go watch it today, actually.
Right. So, and you're gonna laugh when you watch it. So, my responsibilities here, I don't really, so I have a direct responsibility in food and beverage, right? I'm a chef. I'm the partner that has the hospitality experience. But I'm also responsible for systems. I'm the systems guy. Okay. Because I'm an engineer and my mind works in that fashion, just systems that even extend beyond the restaurant, but extend to the rooms, to just how we do business from a systematic perspective, operationally. That's what I do. Okay. How would you advise people who want to come to Ghana and they're, confused, because you've traveled so many different places? Like, what advice would you have to give to people who want to, gain confidence coming here to the continent? Take all the stuff you read online with a grain of salt. I get so many people that I speak to, friends or people in passing, that always reference stuff they seen on IG or seen on YouTube. Or what they heard. And you'll be on the phone with them and I'm standing in Accra. I'm in Osu. And I'm like talking to them and they're like, well, I saw on blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you talking about the place that I'm standing in front of right now? Like, so that's a good reference point. But find somebody local. And I don't mean like a local per se, but just somebody that's here. That person may be a Ghanaian, that person may be a diasporian that relocated here, but you need somebody that actually knows. And you can't go to IG University and think that you know. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how it works. So that would be the first bit of advice I would give somebody. And just do your research. Yeah. And you being a business guy, I do want to ask you one last question. What opportunities do you see here that's available in Ghana? If somebody wants to start a business or, look out for opportunities, what opportunities do you see here in Ghana? Well, my formula for business, and I'll answer the question with that formula, is find a void. I don't think, there's several different business opportunities, but I think the people that I see becoming most successful look for the void and then fill it. And not just try to do what everybody else is doing. Yeah, find a void. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, specifically. Okay. Find what's something that's missing and then create a solution for it. Good. Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. I appreciate you coming to my channel and speaking with my audience. If anyone wants to reach you, do you have a social or? I'm Chef Keith Kash with a K. On Instagram. On all platforms. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. One love. Bye.